Hello students, welcome back to our YouTube channel Zoologic Minds. This is part 5 of Phylum Vertebrata, in which we are going to discuss about the general characteristic features and classification of class Aves. So class A, the birds, the vertebrates which can fly. So here are some general characteristic features. They are bipedal, which means they can walk on two legs. They are feathered, their body is covered with feathers. They are warm-blooded, which means they are able to maintain their body temperature at a constant. Their forelimbs are modified into wings so that they can fly. But in case of ostrich, the ostrich is a flightless bird. It can't fly. The hind limbs are adapted for perching, which bears either 4, 3 or 2 toes. The uropygial gland is present in all birds at the base of the tail, but in case of ostrich and parrot, the oil gland or preen gland or the uropygial gland is absent. The upper and lower jaws are modified into beak for the various functions like seed crushing, fruit scooping, flesh tearing, nectar sipping, and wood chiseling. They also lack teeth. The legs are modified for walking, hopping, grasping, perching, wading, swimming, etc. The legs bear the horn-like epidermal scales. The alimentary canal has two extra chambers which are crop and gizzard. The crop helps in the storage of food and the gizzard helps in the churning of the food. There is a cloacal aperture also. The gallbladder is present in some of the seed-eating birds. The respiration occurs by the lungs. The lungs are spongy and inelastic. The air sacs are connected to the lungs for the supplement respiration. The larynx does not act as a voice box, but the syrinx is present, which produces the voice. So in this diagram, we can clearly see that this is the right lung, this is the left lung, and this is the air bladder. This part is the air bladder, which is connected to the lung and it helps in the supplement respiration. And this is the syrinx, which helps to produce the voice in the birds. The heart is four-chambered and the sinus venosus is absent. The RBCs are still nucleated, oval, and are biconvex. The kidneys are metanephric in birds. The urinary bladder is also absent in the birds except in the case of Rhea americana, which is commonly called as the South American ostrich. The Rhea bird looks just like an ostrich, but it is comparatively smaller in size. The brain is better developed in birds than the reptiles. The optic lobes are quite large in the birds. There are 12 pair of cranial nerves in birds. The birds have a good sense of sight but a poor sense of smell, except in the case of kiwi bird. It has a good sense of smell. The pecten is present in the eyes of the birds. Now what is pecten? The pecten is a comb-like structure which is a unique feature found in the eyes of the birds except in the case of kiwis. It is made up of blood vessels and projects into the vitreous humor of the eye from the choroid region. Okay. So their endoskeleton is fully ossified and the long bones are hollow. Now this type of bone are called as the pneumatic bones. Their bones are modified into the pneumatic bone to reduce the weight so that they can fly. There is no bone marrow. The bone marrow is also absent. The skull is monocondylic, which means they have single occipital condyle for the articulation. The sternum is with a median keel where all the flight muscles are attached. The female has usually well-developed single ovary. The left ovary is well-developed, but the right ovary is either absent or vestigial in the birds. The birds show sexual dimorphism. All the birds are oviparous, which means they are egg-layings. They lay cleidoic egg. Now what are cleidoic eggs? The eggs which are surrounded by a protective covering are the cleidoic eggs. They are macrolacithal. It means most of the part of egg is contain the yolk sac and calcareous मतलब calcium का होता है. There are 4 embryonic membranes present in the birds, which are the yolk sac, allantois. मतलब जो एमनियोट्स में 4 लेयर्स प्रेजेंट होती हैं. क्या था उसको मैं अभी आपको याद करके बताती हूँ. अच्छा, मैं आपको थोड़ी देर बाद में बता देती हूँ. 4 उसमें होते हैं, यॉर्क सैक, एलेंटोइस, अभी मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है. द बर्ड्स आर मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल एनिमल्स अमंग द होल animal diversity. They show courtship, nest building, parental care, migration, and territorial behavior. So here is the classification of aves. They are divided into 2 subclasses. The subclass Archaeornithes, which includes the extinct fishes. The example is the Archaeopteryx. Uh, so here in this page, in this 4th point, I have mentioned here that the birds lack teeth, but in case of Archaeopteryx, which are the extinct birds, they have tooth present in their beak. Now the another subclass is the Neornithes, which includes the modern birds. The examples are the Aptenodytes, Ardea, Alcedo, which is the kingfisher, Anas, which is the duck, the Columba, the Sitacula, which is the parrot, Gallus, Tyto, the bubo, which is owl, the Phonicopterus, the flamingo, Aquila, which is the eagle, Neophron, which is vulture, Milvus, which is kite, the pavo, which is parrot, the corvus, which is crow, Passer domesticus, which is the house sparrow, or in Hindi we say it as a goraiya. The crane, it is the sarus, the cuckoo, which is papiha, eagle, it is baz, and etc. etc. So there are some flight adaptations in the birds. The spindle, they have a spindle shaped body which offers them the minimum resistance to the wind so that they can fly without draining their energy. The feathers, which provide the passage of air and reduces the friction to the minimum. The wings, which helps them in flight. The wings are the modifications of the forelimbs. The flight muscles. The flight muscles on the breast are greatly developed, which help them in flight. The endoskeleton. So they have pneumatic bones which are hollow and ossified, and so they to reduce the weight so that they can fly easily. The air sacs to supplement the respiration. The absence of urinary bladder to reduce the weight. The brain and eyes are very well developed so that they can maintain the equilibrium during the flight and the single left ovary is present and the right one is reduced. So these are some of the flight adaptations in the birds. Here we are done with our today's topic, and in next lecture we are going to discuss about the class Mammalia, and वहाँ पे हमारा ये वाला लेक्चर ख़त्म हो जाएगा. और यू कैन ऑल्सो कमेंट डाउन कि मैं नेक्स्ट जो सीरीज़ है वो किसका स्टार्ट करूँ. फिजियोलॉजी का मैं सोच रही थी, बट यू कैन ऑल्सो सजेस्ट मी कि विच टॉपिक डू यू वांट मी टू टीच. टिल देन स्टे ट्यून्ड एंड थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग माई लेक्चर.